First on the agenda, approval of February 4th minutes.
So moved.
Second. All in favor? Aye. All right. Jumping into the 400 series, and we left off on, Paul, what page?
412.3.
Yeah.
What?
It's 412.3, page
Okay.
142.
142?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, mine won't open. Okay.
31 pages to go.
Yeah, we're
It's
looking at-
doable.
It is doable, very.
It is.
Yep,
Yeah, because a lot of this is rehash.
yep, because, yep.
Are there any, I'm sorry, it's not working. So somebody else take over until I get there. Paul?
Well, this one's just filling in what we have, right?
Yep, the hours per week and the less than hours per week.
Okay. You say 142?
Sure.
No, I'm saying what page?
142.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right, and it's just filling in what we have, correct?
Yeah. Paras are 30 hours. I don't know about others.
But can't we just take that from the negotiated agreements and
Yep.
put that in?
I'll get all that stuff plugged in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there anything else there? Okay,
Is that 412.3?
yep. So now we're on 412.4, classified employee tax shelter programs. Any concerns there?
No, I didn't.
Okay, we're gonna take your silence to mean we're good, so moving on to 413.1.
HR is oddly silent.
Classified, final date of employment and cancel their contract blank days prior to the last day working.
Paras is 14.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's in the collective bargaining agreement, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
14.
so 14.
All right,
And is that all the other groups do?
That I don't.
I'll
know,
look
so
at
we
'em all.
should check.
Okay.
Yep.
so
And if
Paras
it's
are-
not, we can just bullet it out by,
by group.
Well,
group.
Yeah, I didn't have the other groups, but Paras is 14. I would assume it
I
probably
think it's the
is.
same for all of them.
Yeah.
Okay, look at us. 413.
Is that right? And then he's go to the superintendent? I mean, I know through some of these we've changed superintendent to.
Or designate.
Or designee.
Yeah, we are designated because they're right there, they turn them into HR. Although it's interesting because some people clearly read this because I get them. They show up, Kim knows this, they show up and they print them out and mail them to me and they show up in my US mail, so.
So.
The previous one said had the same thing.
Yeah.
Good.
Superintendent is our designee, right?
Oh, yeah, yep.
Okay. Next. 413.2, classified employee retirement.
Or designate,
And that's
second paragraph.
second paragraph.
Yeah,
Kim.
because they turn them into HR.
Besides the or designate part, is there any other changes people or concerns people have with this?
We don't make them witness, do we?
We what?
Do we make them witness their notice to retire?
I wondered about that too.
I don't think so either. I
No,
think
I
they
think
just
it's-
sign it.
I think you could cross off and be witnessed by another party other than the blah, 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 right to the end of the thing. It just must state their desire to retire.
I've
Oh,
never
okay.
seen that.
I don't either.
I think that whole last sentence then.
Keep
The,
going.
the letter must state, yeah. Mhm.
You want to get rid of the first part of it too then?
The whole sentence is
I
kind
don't
of
think
meaningless
you need
because the first sentence in the paragraph is basically in writing you're giving your desire.
And actually,
Right.
just say, no, I mean, we've got a form that you have to fill out, so.
So I don't think we
they
need
fill out
that.
the retirement form.
So yeah, that's
Okay.
oh,
Cool, just take out that last sentence.
Yeah, because it says it all in the first part.
Just saying may apply for retirement.
Yeah.
any others? You good with that? All right. 413.3, classified employee suspension. Now, is this supposed to say the superintendent or designee? Because where does this author suspensions, or is it always from super to the board?
They always wind up in my office.
I was gonna say, they have to go through you, don't they?
Okay.
And I don't necessarily, I'm not doing it, but I'm auditing it. I mean, they don't suspend people without coming in and letting me know they do it. So I think it's okay to leave it as superintendent and not or designee in there.
Okay.
Yeah, I said keep it as it's written.
Are we okay with that? Okay. 413.4, classified employee dismissal.
It's pretty standard.
Yeah, so the due process would include, because there is a right to
Mhm.
request a hearing, but that would be included with the due process
Yeah.
procedures.
It doesn't
Just 30
violate
days.
any of the chapter 20 stuff, does it? No. I don't think so. Right.
Any other questions about that one? Okay.
Do we have to give 30 days notice?
I'm sorry, what?
Do we have to give 30 days notice? Or is that gonna be per negotiated agreement, or is that standard?
But it says or immediately for
Or,
cause.
yeah, or immediate.
Oh,
Yeah,
there we go.
I think that's only in the not for cause reasons, which are the kind of the RIF processes or.
Hmm.
All right. 413.5, classified employee reduction in force. And this is the 30-day notice one.
Yeah. Mhm. It's fine. I think the evaluation part of it sometimes is, I'm not sure how tight we always are. We got a lot of people, attrition is high, flow through is high, so it says that performance through evaluation, demonstrated performance through evaluation procedures. I'm comfortable with that, I like that, I just, as a system, I'm not sure that we would necessarily say about every single person that we have documented evaluation materials if we were in a RIF situation.
Yeah.
We should, but I'm not sure that we
Well, you could.
would. I think it's fine to
You
have
It
a
could
system.
be
Demonstrated
qualification,
performance?
skills, ability, and/or demonstrated performance. We could just put a slash or in there, because then it would be determinative of the evaluation process. So if somebody
Yeah.
wasn't on cycle this year or something like that.
Yeah, as an employee group
So people are.
representative, I'd like it in there, because I think
Yeah.
that's our goal. I just, I'll put the HR hat on for a second.
He is wearing both hats.
I am.
Impressive.
I'm just,
Are
yeah.
they on annuals or are they on 3 years?
They are on,
Ms. Fee, what did you say, demonstrated performance?
You could do and or.
And/or.
And/or on the demonstrated performance. I usually just ask Brady, because I'm trying to remember now if everybody's on an annual cycle on support staff, or if some of them are on a 3-year cycle. Because if you were on a 3-year cycle and we riffed in the middle of it, your performance evaluation could be 2 years old,
Oh,
right?
so,
yeah, it's a 3-year, non-probationary is
Yeah,
3
non-probationaries are on 3, I thought I remembered that. So non-probationaries are on 3. So if this stays as is, you could, because it's a growth process, it's eval this year, PD, right? So you go through that formative process, so that's, if you had and or,
Yeah.
yeah.
that would
And
give you.
through evaluation procedures though, because there is language in
Yeah.
there, I'm gonna back up, that says that evaluations happen outside of the formal evaluation process. That
Right,
doesn't
that's in
have
the
to
collective
be.
bargaining agreement.
Yeah, so this might be okay, just,
So that would take into account the formative pieces in the mid-years, or the whatever you call those, the intervening years, the
Yep.
interregnum years.
so it's probably okay as is,
What are you, okay, I got the
I don't-
nod, so we're gonna move on.
Yeah.
So no
Sorry, I
change.
made that complicated.
No, it's good to think through.
Brady's two hats were arguing with themselves.
Well, they were, and then I read the language and thought, oh yeah, because we always have to remind people that, you can be evaluated you know, without being
Yeah,
on the formal
Formally
cycle. Right?
evaluated.
Yeah, exactly.
okay. 414.1, classified employee vacation, holidays, personal leave.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is governed by the collective bargaining agreement, and
Right.
I'm guessing what we're gonna need is in here
The
are some
numbers.
bullets
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
by subgroup,
yeah.
because this is all governed by the collective
Could-
bargaining.
Yeah, paras don't have vacation.
Right.
But they have,
And physical
Personally.
plan and custodians, I think, have some different counts
They
for
do.
some of these categories.
yeah,
So I think we just need to bullet it out by employee category.
Yeah.
We've
Yeah.
got 5 different employee groups, so we just need to go through and bullet it out by them.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I agree. I can
So-
tell you the paras stuff, but I can't.
When this same stuff has come up with certified employees in other places, right? Did we not talk about just having the line in there saying, refer to the
Collective bargaining
collective
agreement.
bargaining agreement? As opposed to
It would be
listing it all
easier-
out, number by number by number, and then having to change
It would be
it
easier
potentially?
than modifying the policy every time the collective
As if
bargaining
it's-
See, I
agreement.
think we said refer to the collective bargaining, your collective
Exactly right.
bargaining
You see the issue
agreement.
with that?
No, so you're saying that you could just add a phrase, that very first sentence,
Mhm.
delete the period, the board will determine the amount of vacation, holidays, and personal leave that will be allowed on an annual basis for classified employee through the
As-
collective bargaining
Yep.
process and certified negotiated agreements, or something to that effect.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought we had already covered
I think
that
we
before,
did
like,
say
because we
that.
didn't wanna have
Do the
to
bullet.
update this every time
Yeah,
we bargain a different thing.
Yep,
yeah,
yep, makes sense to me.
so we'll do that.
It's possible we actually explicitly said what the language should be before, but I don't remember.
I'll
if
look
we
back,
did or
because I
not.
do think we did.
Well, yeah, it'll be clunky, because you're gonna have, and then you're gonna have to potentially revise it, yeah.
Because that's true for basically everything in here, right, or no? There's seems to be a lot of stuff in there.
Yeah.
Also. collective
Yeah.
So, but Kim will look up exactly what we
bargaining. I think
said.
that might be standard.
Yeah,
That's one.
we have some, well, and when we get to the FMLA stuff, we have made decisions already about which options within, I think, statutory language that
Yeah.
you have, but, yeah. I know, so classified employee, like, on 414.2, personal illness leave, paras can maximum of 135 days. I don't know if that's the other groups or not.
Yeah, but I think
If you just do
the per negotiated agreement,
Aren't your custodians fiscal like 150 days?
they might, yeah, I don't know that as well.
That for some reason never developed.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, we're on 414.2.
Yeah, end of the first paragraph.
Mhm.
yeah, so we follow, state law.
Right.
10 sick leave in first year up to 15 is the max per year you can get, but then it probably splits by employee group.
Yeah. I think
So
we-
that's why we have to refer to the
Yeah,
agreement.
we'll have to check and see if they're, and the one thing that this does argue to is, I know what Chase has been pushing for, which is trying to get some standardization in the language
Mhm.
between employee groups, because, let's just say that our paras could only max to 135, but our buildings and grounds guys can max to 150. From a record keeping standpoint in HR, I'd just rather have everybody max to 150. So there's some things like that we're gonna try to clean up through collective bargaining, but could also be cleaned up through policy too, because you could, we've talked about having this say refer to the collective bargaining agreement. We could actually wind up having some things in the collective bargaining agreement say refer to policy, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
And it would have that same weight from a contract standpoint,
yeah.
if it's in board policy, so.
So just, I look back at what we did for certified or licensed employees, and the 409.1, which is the vacation, holiday, personal leave, we did take everything out and just say, in reference to the negotiated agreement. And then when we went to 409.2, which is licensed employee personal illness leave, that's we struck that whole thing.
Oh,
Oh, because it's in the certified agreement.
agreement,
Okay.
yeah, okay.
That's interesting.
So we just stuck all leave together as one thing.
So
Prefer
maybe
the-
that's
yeah.
two, Up here we just,
Did we keep doing that then?
You probably should.
did we do that
On the certified, so was the next thing like 409.3 certified employee family and medical leave?
Yeah, but it's, that one is, there's no change on that one.
Okay.
It tells you you've been doing this too long.
Huh?
Yeah.
We're all
Yeah.
having a hard time remembering what we decided when we were.
Okay. Oh, yeah, because that's just like the statutory language.
Mm-hmm,
Right.
yeah,
Okay.
that's, it's highlighted,
Okay.
it's just the
Yeah.
law.
So is 414.2 then
That-
we're just getting rid of it? In lieu
That's,
of,
and you said that's what we did, right, Paul? So, yeah.
so 414.1 will have the reference to the certified negotiated agreements.
So
Yeah.
414.2 goes away.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because that's also true for 14.3. Did we keep family medical leave?
Yeah, that's what we just talked about, that's
Okay.
like
Yeah,
specific word.
Yeah,
okay,
because that's the next one.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we left that pretty much alone.
Yeah, there's no
Yeah.
change on that.
Because that's got,
Yeah, I had okay on 414.3.
Okay. Is everybody else okay with that? And then the next one is just the notice to employees. Oh my God.
We,
What?
we left that one the same too.
Yeah,
Yep.
and then the next one is just the request form, which I think we left the same.
Yeah,
Oh,
our request form is basically that, so.
And do we leave the 414.3R1 regulation, which is 7 pages, the same?
Here's where I felt like we had to make some choices. Once we got to 414.3R1, the 7-pager, there were some embedded choices, which
Yeah,
just.
that
Wouldn't they be the same?
They would be the same.
It should be, yeah. So whatever we had decided up.
Whatever
Oh,
we
like the
decided
different
for.
options.
And I
Yeah.
have in my notes that 409.3 R2 FMLA, Chase and Brady will work on it.
Oh, okay. So have you,
So apparently these 7 pages will be taken care of.
when you all take care of the first
If you'd
one?
like to talk to yourself
Sorry,
about
Brady.
it,
Yeah, exactly.
we can caucus.
What's good for me personally?
So-
This now to that.
Because we need that, because whatever.
They
Chase
decide
and-
on that,
right,
yep.
We'll
Mimic
move
that.
over here, so can you make a note of that?
Absolutely will.
So we can just let Chase know he has more work to do when he comes back from his paternity leave.
Okay, so 3R1 and 3R2 and 409 is mirrors,
Mm-hmm.
yep.
Okay, so that's 7 pages, so skip to the room.
Because our existing, what's interesting, it's fine, I can work through it with Chase, our existing administrative series has made some of the choices that are required here.
Mhm. Yeah.
Like on page 3, when required employees, we're a may be required to present medical certification, not a shall. But I'll work through that with Chase.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay. The 414.3R2 leave definitions. There can't be much to argue about.
I don't
that.
think we changed anything there.
No,
I just wrote, I think they're just the statutory definitions.
yeah.
Yeah.
And if you
And
go
that's
down
4
to the bottom of
pages.
it, on the bottom of that 4th page.
Oh my
which I
God,
have
we
right
might be
now.
done
We're
tonight.
gonna get close.
Sorry, I'm getting excited.
It's funny, they
They
didn't
didn't
have the
have-
references.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. Kim, is there something that's missing? So I'm
Yeah.
at the bottom
What are we
of,
looking at?
so if you go to page 4 of 414.3R2,
Yep.
Mhm.
then there's a blank page after it. Should there not be statutory references at the bottom of that? Can you check that? Because
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure all these definitions
Oh,
come right out of
yeah.
statute.
Yeah.
So.
I
and
will.
And I don't know if they were up above in 409.3R2.
But they should
I
probably.
had
They
a
should
question.
carry
Yeah,
forward.
I
Should
assume
have
they're
a-
statutory definitions, there's no
Yeah, I
references
think
though.
both of them should have a reference.
Yeah, so,
Uh,
all right.
There's no references on the,
other
The
one
other
that's
ones.
closer. There
On the
might not be.
409, that,
But, well, Kim will check. to
I'll
see
check
if
it,
they're
I'll double
supposed
check just to make
be-
sure.
Okay, so
Check them both.
414.4,
so that's bereavement leave,
huh?
bereavement?
Yes.
So we struck everything
you.
in license and reworded it. Um, We, We just put the board in reference to negotiated agreement will determine the amount of bereavement leave that will be allowed for licensed employees. It is the responsibility of the superintendent in reference to the negotiated agreement to make the recommendation to the board on bereavement leave for licensed employees.
So then we should take out licensed employee for classified employee.
Yep.
And everything else we struck out.
Yeah,
What number is that?
4094.
Okay.
so
Okay.
Kim will do that update for us. Thank you, Paul and Kim. 169, classified employee political leave.
This,
Don't laugh.
oh, yeah, this is the one where we got into the discussion about running for versus serving.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What did we decide, Paul? Since you're big.
Yeah, we added, so yellow means we added, right?
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we did add, I think we added probably.
So we added employees wishing to seek, serve, or hold public office, local, state, or national, may request leave of absence to the office of the superintendent of schools. To the board of directors, the leave of absence may be requested on the basis of time needed by the employee. Responsibility of the board of directors to the pupils in the educational program of the district. Interruption of the
We take that out of the
continuity.
agreement?
I think we pulled it right from the
Yeah,
agreement.
I think we
Yeah.
did. 'Cause I'm like, we didn't sit at this table and come up with that.
Yeah, because I don't say a lot of those.
So-
did.
There's a lot of words in there that I wouldn't have
Yeah,
used.
Yeah.
no, that's
I
I'm
was-
like,
I was
we
not
didn't
riffing
pick
that.
up. So
4095.
I'm sure there's
409.
something like that in their
Here, I'll tell
agreement
you.
that we can
Yeah,
plug in.
I'm sure it's ours. Well, I mean, that was out of,
That was out of the
replacement
license.
shall constitute the basis for board consideration.
Add language from teacher's negotiated agreement.
From ours.
So it has to be
The old-
something
we
in the
did.
classified agreement
Yeah,
that we
because
can plan.
paras actually do have some language on that as well. It's not.
I'm sure they all do in an agreement, so. 414.6, classified employee jury duty.
We changed
Oh, yeah.
that
2
one to
hours.
2 hours
2
to
hours.
compensate for that.
You're right there.
Yep.
Yep.
Now I'm remembering
Paul's good.
Yeah, because I got, that's what I said, I had done this case.
I'm like, he has a good memory. You reading that?
Well, yeah, I have a computer. I can pull up both of them at the same time.
Really?
Got them side by side. It's true.
How can he do that? Okay, sorry. 414.7. Employee military service leave. Since Paul can bring it up
I
side
think
by
we said
side.
okay on that.
I was like, I think
It's
we
just
left that
governed.
alone.
Yeah, I did. I put okay on it for
Yeah.
classified.
Okay. 414.8, classified employee unpaid leave.
There was no change in the other one.
Oh, okay. Does anybody see changes needed here? Okay. Oh my gosh, we're on the last page. 414.9, classified employee professional purposes leave. Do licensed employees have this?
Well,
We have professional leave, yeah, but there's no day associated with it.
Does
There's a
anybody know
whole-
if this is in their
Have this in the
agreement?
CBA? I don't think we do.
We had employees or not
if
prior.
it doesn't go in order, if there is one in the classified, there's no.
There's, what?
If it's the same order, there's none in the classified.
Oh.
or the
Days
certified.
prior to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't find in either days prior to for professional leave.
Is there anything in their agreement? Does anybody have the agreement?
I don't think so.
Okay,
So you
so,
just strike that sentence.
okay.
What is the sentence again? It says, oh, must leave.
I mean, I'll be honest with you, whether it's superintendent or designee, I
Mhm.
mean, unless the designee is their direct supervisor, I never see these.
The only the only thing that I would say that I would consider is saying application for the leave must be presented to the superintendent or designee prior to the meeting or conference.
No, that's fine. I'd
Just
go with
don't
that.
do the
Just
days.
don't have a
Yeah,
number.
don't
There's
have
some
a
people
date. Yeah.
who,
Hey, I just found
Do
about this
it.
thing that's tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah, or they get accepted to speak at a conference
Yeah.
or something like that,
We
and
do
it's
have
a
that.
horrible time of the year to be
Okay.
gone. So
so
you
we
just
don't
have it
have to
prior.
list the days, but we could say application presented to the superintendent or designee prior to the meeting or conference.
Yes.
Works for me.
All right, what about the second paragraph? Good? Changes? No.
I mean, it's probably, when we've had these, I've worked with Chase in an HR role, so, but I think that's fine. I don't know if you want to say superintendent or designee throughout that second paragraph. But we've certainly we've had to work.
It makes
through
sense to me to have the designee
Designate, yeah,
there.
because it'll be.
Yeah,
we'll
because
do-
it just is,
Mhm.
practically speaking, it's gonna be, yeah, HR.
All right,
You got that?
Hmm?
All right.
we're good. I should have put the next series on here.
Paul
I'm
told
sorry.
you to.
I did.
List.
I didn't hear him. My bad.
Were you looking ahead, seeing that it's mirroring, basically?
I really
Yeah.
did, I'm sorry, Paul.
Yeah, because it looked like there was a lot to do, but
Yep.
Yeah, it did look like
About
it was a
7
lot to
pages.
do, so, and I really did not. Sorry, you should have yelled at me and just put it in writing.
Brady can use the rest of the time to argue with the little Chase inside his head and work out all of the things that.
That's all right.
Um,
I'll let me win. Little Chase can lose. It'll be good.
Can we set the next meeting?
What ones do we have left? Do you have that kind of, it's 7?
Let me go grab mine.
7 to 9?
I think,
We did 1, 2, 3, and then we skipped.
did we do 9? What do
We
we
have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 9 done. So we got 5, 6, 7, and 8.
Well, that's a lot more than I thought.
Halfway done.
That's okay.
Yeah, but they're,
It's-
they're
400s are big.
They are a lot shorter.
400s are bigger
They're a
than the
lot
500s
shorter.
are.
So we
They're
can
like a
do
little-
this.
Not as big as
But
400.
the question is, when do you want to do this? Do we have a meeting on the 24th?
That's the
we have a
board.
board meeting.
Oh, no, don't want to do that.
What are they?
You know what, I don't have it written down.
Yeah.
Actually, I do.
Are you thinking number of pages?
No, like what are the
The
top
What's the
categories.
top?
It's gonna be
One,
students, education.
Because, I mean, if we really want to get crazy, we could do one on the 31st. And then try and crank stuff out, and if we, depending on where we get, still do our regular meeting, the first Tuesday of the month, which is a week later.
it is.
I just would love to have these done by the end of the school year.
I know, so that's why I'm asking, I'm throwing out 2 meeting dates.
I'm whenever, I'm free.
Okay, what about you, Sean?
Well, I could certainly do the 31st, and I could probably find some times earlier than that.
Okay,
The
well,
Tuesday, the 7th is CTE review. It's the third and final meeting for that.
we'll
so-
definitely set the 31st.
March 31st,
Yes.
4:30.
And 4:30, and we'll see what happens from there. But I want to thank Brady for coming and sitting with us the last few meetings to get through the 400, so it was greatly appreciated.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks for including me.
Yeah,
Seriously.
thank you.
Yep.
If there's nothing else, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I was just gonna ask, is it worth it to put the, 2 of them in the agenda, even if we don't get through?
I'm gonna say put all of them on there.
Just
And
put
we'll
all
of
just
them?
Put all of them on the next agenda, and no, I mean, we'll just, that way, if we're working faster, great. If not, at least we have
I just
everything
don't know if it
there.
would need different people in the room.
What are the next ones? Students?
So students and education, I just had it all up.
So then, students would be Diane, or who? Or,
Well, there's a lot of things in there, I'm
Yeah.
seeing attendance and, so, just had this all up. 500 series of students, 600 series education program, that would be Diane. And probably Adam and a few other people. 700 series non-instructional operations and business
Could be
services.
business, yeah.
And 900 series school district community relations. I think those last 2 are
how
really
long
small.
are the,
Super easy.
the, what?
The last 2 are
Yeah.
pretty small, 7 and 8. 7 and 8.
5 and 6?
5 and 6 are gonna be big.
They're meaty.
Okay.
Not as meaty as 4. but-
Diane will have to be in here for those.
Well, I don't wanna have her come on the 31st and we don't get to,
Let's
Yeah.
just
but
not,
she'll have to do both, right? She's
Yeah.
at the table for 5 and 6.
What are some of your
Well,
topics
okay.
within students, though? I mean, you're gonna need building level people,
Yeah,
I think,
students
for
is-
students.
let's just knock out 7 and 8.
Residency,
Huh?
Let's just knock out 7 and 8 that last
Mhm.
meeting.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we'll come back to those other 2 because it'll be like the
Whatever.
week after.
homeless, good
Spring
conduct
break
rule,
time.
corporal
Okay.
punishment, student progress reports,
That's
graduation
fine.
requirements.
So wait, tell me
We're
what
gonna
we're
knock
doing.
out the Other.
At
7
the
and
next
8.
meeting, so don't put them all on there, just
No.
put 7 and 8?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a weird collection of people that you want doing that.
Mhm.
That would, then Steve can let us know who we need for.
Yeah, who we
5 and
need
6.
at 5, 6.
Yeah.
Okay,
Get it there.
So
Good.
figure that out, because we might need more than one.
now do
What's
we have an
800?
adjournment, a motion?
What?
What's 800? I don't see that in there. I have it skipping from
Well,
7 to 9.
so that doesn't have 800s, but the new ones that we're
Right.
going to
Does.
does have 800s, so.
We're good?
I move to adjourn.
All right, second. All in favor? Aye. We're adjourned. We're adjourned. We're adjourned.